Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War has been out for less than a week, and it's already a big hit in the world of gaming. Today at Binge TV, we'll be reviewing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. We'll be covering every aspect of the game, from the single-player campaign, the multiplayer, and the zombies game modes. Stay until the end to find out about a neat surprise we've got for you. As always, don't forget to subscribe and to turn the notifications bell on for more videos like this one. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's do a brief introduction and overview of the game. Black Ops Cold War sends players into the depths of the Cold War's geopolitical battle with the early 1980s as its main setting. As we know from history class, the world is now teetering on the edge of nuclear panic. The tug of war between the world's first superpowers keeps causing both to implement new and deadlier weapons every now and then in what could be considered a spy thriller campaign. As previous titles have, Black Ops Cold War comes with the single-player campaign, the famed multiplayer mode, and the zombies mode brought back to all of its blazing glory. Single-player campaign. The Call of Duty Cold War campaign tells us the story of CIA officer Russell Adler while he persecutes Perseus, an alleged Soviet spy. Perseus's only mission is to disrupt the United States and tilt the balance of power towards the Soviet Union. The campaign is interesting because it's meant to be played over and over to find out each of the different endings and the side paths you can take along the way. The story is a spy thriller through and through, even though it began as more traditional single-player campaigns at the start, focusing more on the action than on the paranoia. Perseus actually infiltrated Western intelligence and wasn't ever uncovered. He stole American weapons secrets in 1943, though he didn't resurface until 1968 in Vietnam. Perseus returned to the United States in 1943, and Adler has to find out all about his whereabouts. Historical domain characters such as U.S. President Ronald Reagan play an important part in the story, such as when he orders the CIA and other intelligence agencies to sniff out Perseus and kill him for good. And that's how the Call of Duty Cold War campaign begins. This one's a really, let's say, strategic return on the true beginnings of the Black Ops story mode. Previous Black Ops stories went off into the future, but Cold War is the only one to serve as a sequel to the cold plot of the original. It involves secret operations, behind-the-scenes murders, and a lot of scary stuff that the public shouldn't ever find out. That's why it's called Black Ops, and the fact that this is a spy story filled with all these things makes it a good plotline to label itself as a Black Ops story. That also means that the story mode isn't for the faint of heart or those who can't take too much violence. I mean, this is a first-person shooter anyway, so there's bound to be a lot of killings and blood right off the bat, but we're talking about torture and really violent stuff in the campaign mode, and that's not even talking about the game's masterful way of creating paranoia in the player's mind. Remember the type of mass hysteria and inner paranoia that took over people's minds during the Salem witch trials? Well, I dare say that's nothing compared to what you'll be feeling when you play as Adler as he travels across the globe behind the Iron Curtains in Moscow and Berlin, infiltrates the headquarters of the KGB, or engages in helicopter assaults just to shed some light on what's the real identity of Perseus. At the same time, the story has a refreshing gameplay change regarding the mission system. Basically, in each mission, you'll be tasked with collecting as much evidence on Perseus as you can. Should you miss an important piece of information, you'll find it considerably harder to perform later missions and find more information. Remember when we said that you're supposed to play it over and over? Well, it's definitely not only due to the possibility of multiple endings. Even the missions themselves will force you to replay them if you don't perform them correctly. And just wait until you get to Vietnam. I won't say what you'll find there, but you can probably imagine what it is even without playing the game. Now, talking about the campaign's mechanics, a neat character creator in the beginning will allow you to pick several profile traits that modify your character's bonuses. That reinforces the choose-your-own-adventure theme that surrounds the story mode, and it's obvious that Activision took the time to tailor every little detail of the single-player campaign to be groundbreaking. Multiplayer. The multiplayer mode is the most important section in any COD game. For some players, Call of Duty's multiplayer mode is reason enough to purchase the game, and Cold War comes with the widest array of possible game modes in a Call of Duty game. These game modes include Team Deathmatch, Free-for-all, Cyber Attack, Domination, Search and Destroy, Headquarters, Hardpoint, Kill Confirmed, Capture the Flag, Infected, Gun Game, Team Deathmatch 10v10, and Domination 10v10. However, rest assured that the multiplayer mode features the same fantastic weapon variety and choice that has made this first-person shooter the iconic staple it's today known for. Gunsmith allows you to modify and customize your weapons for almost every type of play, while combined arms modes bring in all the war vehicles you can imagine to your screen. New weapon attachments and perks are refreshing additions to the multiplayer mode, but at the end of the day, what makes this game mode so fantastic is the chance to team up with your friends in different scenarios, to join forces and take out other teams doing the same. We have modes like Fire Teams, a 40-person mode with 4-person squads that features a large-scale team-based firefight. No one can deny that the fun here lies in teaming up with your buddies and talking on voice chat as you prepare to wreck other teams. The aim assist was nerfed in the multiplayer game mode, and you'll need to rank up to unlock many of the weapons. The game looks beautiful, crisp, and you're able to spot players from a distance with ease. Even the gun sounds are immensely satisfying, as they all have personality behind them and a familiar tone. Zombies mode. Zombies mode has been a staple of Call of Duty games. Zombies mode in Cold War has added some new important traits to the core zombie experience. Now, players can bring their loadout right into the daunting zombie wasteland instead of relying on whatever you can find there. That doesn't mean that the RNG power-ups aren't important though, as Zombies mode forces you to rely on your survivalist instincts and your ability to blow up a zombie's head with any kind of gun you can find in the arena. Something to note is that PlayStation players can also get access to Onslaught, a more compact Zombies mode that will be a PS4 and PS5 exclusive for a year. This is a horde mode designed for 1 to 2 players where you can fight the strongest zombies you've ever faced while using different weapons than the standard Zombies mode. Cold War Zombies features a new storyline known as Dark Aether, which expands on the original Aether story, which concluded in Black Ops 4. In Dark Aether, players can take on the role of operators from multiplayer. They'll be a part of Requiem, a CIA response team assembled by Gregory Weaver. The good. The main positive trait of the game is how it gives you so much variety regarding options for its different game modes. Originally, Call of Duty was just the single-player campaign, the multiplayer, and the Zombies mode. Now, each of these game modes has several different subtypes of game modes that cater to every player's desire. Even the single-player campaign has multiple choices and multiple endings to suit every kind of play style. This is by far the most varied Call of Duty game to date. On top of that, the visuals and the audio are to be praised given how amazing some weapon textures look like in the game. The bad. Well, it's great that Black Ops Cold War lets you choose your character's gender, with options being male, female, and non-binary. There are several moments where it seems like the developer team didn't really think much about how this would tie into the in-game lines and the character's backstory. A few players have noted that even while playing as a woman, your allies will remind you about your time fighting VCs in Vietnam instead of being in the nurse army. Seems like a developer's foresight. Some have complained about the audio delays in some cutscenes on top of the failed renders on some clothing textures in the single-player campaign. However, similar complaints haven't been emitted about the multiplayer section. The slide mechanic on some of the missions is a bit weird too, and the action slowdowns are way too frequent, especially during the KGB missions. Final verdict. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is definitely not the perfect game. It has frame rate slowdowns, a couple audio-visual mistakes and delays, and sometimes the weapons can feel clunky on your hands. At the same time, it has a really engaging story that makes use of the thriller atmosphere from beginning to end, has the most varied multiplayer mode ever seen in a Black Ops game, and its zombie mode has added several new perks and traits to add a breath of fresh air to one of the staples of the game. We'd say that this game is a binge, with 4 out of 5 stars. It has a few things that keep it from being perfect, but at the end of the day, all of that is negligible if you're enjoying yourself while shooting other people. So what are your thoughts on COD Black Ops Cold War? Will you purchase this game, or did you already do it? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.